when Castro took over Cuba, most of the people didn't believe that that regime was going to last that long. Definitely not my grandparents. My grandfather fought Castro, and he ended up being a political prisoner for many years. Like him, many others thought that, well, this is just one of those things, like a coup or whatever, political issues and whatnot. And it's just another person blowing smoke, and nothing will come to it. So when it came to power, when Castro took power, then they realized, holy crap, it is now a little too late. We should have done something earlier. And they did try. They did try, and they didn't succeed, because the first thing that Castro did was taking over the island. After taking over the island, that is, he took or confiscated all the guns, meaning that, well, Cubans couldn't fight back. And that's smart. That's smart. If you wanted to take over, that's what you would do. Here in the U.S., we have a 2A in our Constitution. For years now, politicians have been stripping the people's right to bear arms, stripping them. In some places, in some parts of the country, well, it's almost impossible to even own that tool that guarantees your freedom. Learn from history. There have been no case in history when guns are taken away or self-defense tools are taken away that people don't die. The government take over. They are the only ones with guns, and they do bad things, real bad things, genocides, to be honest. So, learn from history. When hurricanes when I used to live in Florida, and hurricanes would come, I used to see people running to the stores all the time. Some people will throw parties, believe it or not. Yes, some people do throw parties when there is a hurricane coming, because, we all get it together. We got to eat whatever meat is in the freezer, because if the power goes out, well, we're going to lose it. So we're just going to throw a party. So that did happen quite a bit. But afterwards, well, we got to run to the store because there's no food left. And a lot of those people who throw the party, who didn't have anything afterwards, I saw them in the lines of FEMA getting those MREs. I saw them. There's no such thing as, oh, you were told, Bailey. No. I saw them because they were not prepared. We moved to Alaska approximately 6 years ago. We moved here in December, so we moved here in the middle of winter. So this year is going to be our 7th winter. We moved to Alaska because Florida was getting overcrowded. Too many people. And we got too many people eating the same bread. Well, each time there's a new person, you get a slightly smaller piece of bread. And I told Dee, I was like, hey, there's no way that we can make it here. There's just too many people. Traffic is impossible. Resources are going to be depleted if something does happen, and something will happen. Well, we moved to Alaska. We ended it in Fairbanks, Alaska. And a lot of you will say, well, Billy, that is, oh my God, it's way up there. It is really cold. Yes, it does get cold in here. Yes, it is dark. A good 2 months out of the year, we get significant darkness. I would say for some time, there is maybe 4 hours of light. And we have to have our little headlamps on all the time to do anything outside. Anything, honestly. We have to hunker down quite a bit because whether it's snow, whether it's really bad weather, and there really isn't a lot to do. I mean, you can go snow machining, I can take out the Argo with the tracks on, but because we have very little light, we have to squeeze everything into that. And it's not real light. It's like I don't know how I can put it. It's like when the sun starts to peak, but it never reaches high enough. It's just like, that dim light. So it's not a lot of light. So I can't use solar panels during that time at all. If I were to lose power, I have to have enough fuel to run a generator. I will have to, especially because my pipes have heating tape in it, and I don't need it to keep my house warm or anything like that. I have a wood stove. I prepare good enough for that. I recently filled my propane tanks. Those are my emergency heaters in case I don't get to do the wood stove, or I have to clean the stack, or I don't know, something happened and I can't do it, I'm sick or whatever, I can't haul wood from the wood shed into the house. Then I will turn on my propane heaters and it will keep my house warm, nice and toasty. But here's the thing. The main reason that I moved all the way from Florida to Alaska, a Cuban nonetheless. It's funny because I hear that all the time. A Cuban in Alaska? Yeah, I'm here. And the only way you can take me out of here is in a wooden box. But I moved from Florida to Alaska because I saw the writing on the wall. I don't want to be in Florida, honestly. Sure, now the governor has changed. Sure, I hear things are better. But sure enough, there's a lot more people in there. So, if something does happen, or better yet, when it happens, the most people that you have around you, those people will represent a significant danger to you and your family. Now, I mentioned to you all that it's better to make friends and not enemies, and that is true. You need to have friends, but at the same time, not everybody around you is your friend. So, the more people you have in your general vicinity, the more people that will present danger to you. So that's one of the reasons that I moved to Fairbanks. Another reason that I moved to Fairbanks is resources. Now, this is a little controversial because honestly, when there is the rule of law in effect, resources may be there, but you may not be able to harvest them. When there's no rule of law, well, things are different. But when you have a state that is huge with, I think the population right now in Alaska is about 700,000 people. That's it. Cuba had more people than Alaska. And I would say you can fit here, I don't know, 20, 30 Cubas? I don't know. Just saying. Alaska is a really large state. But now with the rule of law, you have to abide by them because if something does happen, then you will get in trouble. Without a rule of law, you may get more resources. And that's what you got to think. In those heavy populated states, without rule of law, how long you think that deer is going to last? Very little. How long you think fish is going to last in those ponds? Very little. Very little. How long you think gas will last in the gas station? Even if the power goes out, I guarantee you that somebody's going to go put a pipe through it, cipher that thing out, and sell it in the black market. It will last absolutely no time whatsoever. People will get very, very creative when they need to. How do I know that? Well, let's put it like this. Have you noticed that in Cuba, cars are running from the 1950s? Have you noticed that? No? Well, they are running still. That's a long time. And no parts come in. No parts are being imported. No, they are being made there by people. So people do get creative. Here's the thing too. In Alaska, almost everybody, regardless of political affiliation, almost everybody believe in firearms, whether it's for protection, against two-legged animals, or whether it's protection for four-legged animals. But everybody has them. Very few people don't have them, to tell you the truth, because, well, it's better to have it and not need it than being mauled by the bear. And because Willie the Pooh doesn't live here. That's a fantasy. So yeah, people here are very well armed. Also, winters, because they are so cold, they tend to wean out a lot of people that, well, they just move here because they wanted to live the Alaska dream. Well, when they can't make it, they pretty much sell everything and they just haul ass. And they take their crap with them. So just give it a few years and people will migrate back to where they belong. Why I'm saying all of this, and I want you all to take this as a warning. You really have to prepare today unless you want to face the consequences tomorrow. I don't know about you all, but like I said in my previous videos, I do have a very strong gut feeling this shit is gonna hit the fan this year after we cast our saying. Something will happen. Something will happen. That is my strong belief. What do I base on that? Well, how do I base that? Well, I have acted my entire life on those feelings, and it had never let me down. If nothing happened, and this is the way I see it, and nothing happens, it's like, well, I pay a insurance in case if something happens. If nothing happens, well, nothing happens. I continue to live my life the way that I have been living my life. If nothing happened, in the country, no SHTF, that's a good thing. It's a very good thing. That means that all the rice that I have and all the beans that I have, that means that I have extra food. That's all it means. That I have extra food. That I have more boomsticks. That's not a bad thing. This is America. There's no limit on how many you can own. In fact, they need friends. If you have one, get 2 more. They need friends. Because I have extra ammo, people need to have fun. What better way to have fun than going to the range? I love going to sleep. And in the back of my head, I always think I am as prepared as I can. I am not 100%, but I am as prepared as I possibly can at this moment. That's what I want everybody to be. I really do want everybody to be as prepared as you can right now. Tomorrow, I guarantee you're going to be better prepared. At least better prepared than what you are today. And that right there is the ultimate goal. Everyone, if you are prepared, you will not need anything from anybody. You will not need any handouts from government. Government does not give anything for free. They will ask you something in return. Whether it's your compliance, whether it's your submission, or whether it's your freedom. If you value those things and you don't want to give it away, all you have to do is have a little bit of food put away, a little bit of ammo put away, and a tool to defend yourself. Remember, this is a warning. Prepare now or face the consequences. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like always, rock on, prep on, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.